Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. The scenario on the Bitcoin chart is pretty much unchanged. The weekend hasn't really changed much and price action has really been non-existent. So we're waiting here for a clear signal that a breakout is occurring to the upside. As you know, we are now in our support area that we've had on the chart for many months. Yeah, actually many months, and we're now waiting for reaction here to the upside. Until that reaction occurs, we are waiting for new lows, at least one or two new lows into the region around 28,300. That is what the micro Elliott Wave count currently suggests in the absence of any impulsive price action to the upside. So we have to remain patient until we see a little bit of movement. Remember that on Thursday, we will get CPI data, inflation data. So that could lead to a little bit of a catalyst and spark a little bit of price movement. I want to talk about the relevant levels here on the Bitcoin chart that are imminently relevant. So we have support. Next nearest Fibonacci support is at 28,320. I would personally like to see price get there because typically such a wave 2 correction reaches the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Doesn't necessarily need to get there. It is technically enough that price has reached this yellow support area. So it doesn't necessarily need to go any lower, but it would be preferred at the current stage as we can see the price action unfold as it does. What is next major resistance? So I don't know if it's major resistance, but it is certainly the Fibonacci resistance that if broken would make me prefer a more bullish scenario, a more direct breakout to the upside, and that is 29,780. I'm talking here about a sustained break above that level. If it happens, I will probably put a more bullish interpretation on the chart. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am already very bullish. The thing is only that in the very, very short term, we're just waiting for that signal, okay? And that signal will happen at some point, and it would include a break of resistance. So the break of resistance will not make the scenario here invalid or anything. It's actually exactly the sign we're waiting for and looking for. Okay, so we actually want at some point that resistance breaks and that we get an impulsive reversal to the upside. And it would also come with a break of that descending broadening wedge to the upside. Typically these wedge patterns here, they are typically bullish structures, especially if it's a descending wedge. Ascending wedges would typically break to the downside, but descending wedges typically to the upside. More frequently, we see contracting wedges. That we see an expanding wedge is not so common, but it just adds to the idea that we're moving here in a so-called ending diagonal structure, which is just very choppy. Lots of unexpected twists and turns within the range. It's basically range-bound movement here, and we have reached our target area. It would still be good though to come down a little bit lower. Ethereum has spot on hit our 1830 target, and Bitcoin not quite the 28.3k level, but we are in the larger trend reversal area. If we find support here, then Bitcoin should rally into the $40,000 region. If I zoom out a little bit, you can actually see that third wave, how it would unfold higher. First of all, to just below 40k, and then eventually higher in a scenario of third waves, which will be unfolding. Now let's go back to the 1 hour chart and let's talk about the microstructure. As I highlighted, it could very much be that we are now in this last wave of the correction. Price action would suggest that we're currently in a B wave here, which could drop in a C wave down. To complete a third wave, we should then get a fourth wave and a fifth wave. Other interpretations here on the micro level are valid and likely. Don't treat this as too reliable, but what could be the case is that either we are already in the breakdown, but it's not really following through yet as I'd like to, or it's still forming a B wave here, and that's why I highlighted the 29,780 level as very, very relevant. Now, a lot of people worrying about what would happen if Bitcoin goes back to 10K. Let me tell you, there are a lot of bullish support levels between the current price action and Bitcoin reaching 10K. A lot of people who have been bearish over recent months have now, in a very, very quiet way, turned bullish. It's always quite funny to see, while MCO has from the beginning emphasized a bullish structure, because all we're doing, we're listening to the language of the market. We are listening to the trend. Okay, I think it was early December when we started to track here an impulse to the upside and have not changed it and have not deviated from it. So I think it was here, early January, end of December, pretty much close to the low here when we started to track upside. It was absolutely the right decision. A lot of bears were still in the market over recent months. I see less and less bearish commentary, but still there are a few. And we can still see those people worrying about price dropping below support. Now, let me tell you, we are far away from support. We are even struggling to break through the most imminent support level. And even if we do here at 26,280, there are plenty of other support levels left that will provide support. And I always emphasize the need to stay in the present and to remain worry-free. That's also a good, it's a good attitude not only for trading and analyzing, but generally for all aspects of life. That's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.